Hey guys, I'm back again. Today I would like to share with you dietitian appointments, and that they're not as scary as they seem to be. Maybe for most people they hear dietitian and it's not scary for them. For me, it was intimidating, to say the least. I was really afraid to walk into a dietitian's office and them just slam everything I've ever done with my eating habits and my choices and stuff like that. But my dietitian has been amazing. She has walked me through so much and has made it so easy to understand where we stray off from time to time, and what are the better choices to make in our lives. And they're fairly easy. They're not like, you need to do this and you need to do that. You need to work out 50 times a day and stuff like that. You don't, it's nothing like that. And she said she's not so much worried about how much weight I lose, as in, as me just becoming a healthier individual. And one of the first things that she gave me that has been such a help to me is this paper right here. It shows the way your plates should look before and after surgery. Well, not so much after surgery because your proteins are huge after surgery, but this is the way a normal plate should look. You have mostly vegetables, then come your carbs and your proteins and healthy fats. This has helped me out a lot. And something else that she had mentioned to me is we tend to eat on big plates, and we're more supposed to eat on small plates, like a salad plate maybe. I've personally been using what I consider a saucer for my meals now. And surprisingly enough, when you use a saucer and you put your food on that saucer, it looks like so much more is on your plate. And it's almost like tricking your mind into believing that you're putting more into your body than you're used to. You know, on a big plate, you'll sit down a big plate and then you'll put a bunch of spaghetti on it, and without even thinking, you're eating a ton. And there's a lot of people that go back for seconds. Another thing that she had told me was drinks. Drinks are a huge thing for us. We, as a culture, I don't know about other cultures, and that's me, the ignorance of me. I haven't went anywhere else, so I don't know how others are. But here in America, you know, you get your big meal and you have your drink and you're just eating and you're like swallowing the water or whatever you're drinking down, and it just like boom, you know, you don't even really feel yourself eating. It's like a process. Food, drink, food, drink, food, drink. It's just like, it's just a process. You don't really take time to taste your food, to let it settle. And that's the first thing she started me out with, was don't drink with meals. And then she incorporated was don't drink 30 minutes before you eat or 30 minutes after you eat. Now that seems crazy, but the more you practice it, the easier it becomes. And then when you start drinking with your meals, you're kind of like, oh, like you can feel it like pushing the food down, and you realize you really don't need something to drink while you're eating. A lot of parents, you know, I've seen parents do this a lot with their children, is they don't have a tendency to give the child a sippy cup or a drink while they're eating, because they'll suck down all of their juice and then they won't eat their food. And that's something maybe we should, you know, think by. Granted, our stomachs don't work like that. We have a tendency to shovel our food in and drink at the same time, and we're fine. But it's something that, you know, your parents did with you when you were younger, and it was something maybe you could do as you're older. I'm not telling parents out there not to give their children drink while they're eating. That's not what I'm saying. But I have seen parents that are like, well, if she drinks all that, she's not going to eat later. I mean, she's not going to eat her food. She's going to focus on the drink. And you see that firsthand when you have children. And that's kind of the same case for us. And even my husband has picked that up, where he works in a hot factory, and he said he will make sure that he's getting plenty of water, and 30 minutes to when he knows he's going to take that break, he stops drinking for that 30 minutes, and then he doesn't drink during the time he's eating, and then 30 minutes afterwards he doesn't drink as well. And he said that it works for him, and it works. For me too. I'm not saying I don't slip up. There are occasions I will eat something and I'm like, oh, I really want something to drink. And then I will just, falter and do it. But I try to pay attention to what I'm doing. Another thing that she told me about was soda. Soda is a huge thing because she said that it gets our appetite going, because it's full of salt, and when you drink it, you're more thirsty, so you just continue to drink and drink and drink, and it's just not good for you. And these are things that I'm not looking down upon, because I used to drink soda a lot. Oh, not so much, but soda. But like sweet tea, I loved sweet tea. Oh my gosh, when I was drinking soda, I would love to drink Coke, and it was just something that I did. But pretty much just watching what you're putting on your plate. Don't put down all of the carbs in your meat to be the bigger thing, which is a tendency of what we do. Our meat's big and our vegetables are small. It needs to be kind of vice versa. It needs to be big portions of vegetables, small carbs, and small protein. A lot of people after the gastric bypass have to get the protein in first, because protein is very very important after surgery, because it's one of the first things that people lack, is because they're not able to eat so much after surgery. And so they push your proteins and then your non-starchy vegetables. So those nutrition appointments I actually looked forward to, because she was teaching me more about how to eat healthy just in general. And so don't be afraid to go to those. They're not as bad as they seem. They are there to help you get ready for surgery and help you understand the better choices that you can make for yourself and your family. Remember that any prepackaged foods, the more prepackaged foods that you have, they're not good for you. They're full of sodium. They're full of sugar. It's just, stay away from them. They're no good. If you look at the calories in them and you look at the sodium, especially the sodium, they love to package those prepackaged stuff with a bunch of salt in it, and it's probably 2 times your daily value in one meal. And you look in there and you're like, oh, only 1,200 milligrams of salt. Well, that's per serving, not for the whole bag. And you know as well as I do that you tend to go back for seconds. You are doubling your salt intake for that day. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the dietitian appointments. They're great, they're informative, and you won't regret them. Have a great day. Bye.